Breaking news, David Benavidez has signed a 3-fight contract. One of those fights, they desperately try to make it the Canelo Alvarez fight. However, as we all know, Canelo ended up turning down the Benavidez fight for the 4th time. This time around for $50 million guaranteed plus pay-per-view. First, Canelo team lied, claiming they did not receive an offer. But then when Benavidez promoter showed receipts, that's when Canelo Alvarez stopped responding. Then Canelo trainer ended up blocking David Benavidez promoter for simply trying to make the fight. Talk about being a living duck. No ducking, no life for Canelo Alvarez. That's his new motto. Now, plan B from the jump for David Benavidez's 3-fight contract is to fight David Morrell, Andrade, and Jermall Charlo, which with names like these, David Benavidez doesn't even need a Canelo Alvarez fight. That being said, David Benavidez versus David Morrell is not agreed to for October/November, according to David Benavidez promoter Samson. If you may ask, how come David Benavidez is fighting David Morrell instead of Andrade or Jermall Charlo first? And the answer is simple. The boogeyman David Morrell was the only fighter who raised his hand, willing to fight the Mexican monster David Benavidez. It ain't no secret. David Benavidez has been the boogeyman at 168 for years. Nobody has been willing to fight him except of David Morrell. Benavidez has made it very clear that he was interested in fighting Jermall Charlo and Andrade first instead of David Morrell, since those are established names, while at the same time getting to build the David Morrell fight into a super mega fight. But again, those fights were not available on the table at the moment in time for David Benavidez, simply because he is the boogeyman. So we got to give a lot of credit to both David Benavidez and David Morrell for making this fight happen at the moment in time while they are undefeated and in their primes. Obviously, David Benavidez is at the peak of his prime, and for him to take on the most dangerous opposition, David Morrell, who possesses the highest risk from all of the fighters on the table, Canelo, Charlo, and Andrade, David Morrell is the most talented and the most dangerous for David Benavidez. So you have to give Benavidez a lot of credit for risking it against David Morrell. On the other hand, a lot of people feel that David Morrell is not ready, since he's still improving. He only has 9 fights and he hasn't been a professional for that long. But again, despite all of that, he stepped up to the plate to fight the boogeyman, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, that nobody wants to fight but David Morrell. So this is the battle of the boogeyman's Davids. Both fighters are fighting for legacy. And hopefully the WBA and the WBC will strip Canelo Alvarez, since he's ducking both of these mandatories, where by doing so, Benavidez and Morrell could unify by fighting each other. The fans, the fighters, and the sanctioning bodies shouldn't allow Canelo Alvarez to keep those belts hostage without defending them against the top-notch mandatories. See, they allow Canelo to defend his titles against Ryder, a cherry pick. However, they don't force him to fight the Benavidez, the Morrell, the tough mandatories, since Canelo has the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection. Some say Canelo Alvarez is secretly the WBC president. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.